What do you say we take a look at the numbers on Wall Street today? And you can see we had green arrows across the board, barely on the Dow. It ended up flat, actually. NASDAQ with a big boost today, no doubt, because of Apple, and we'll talk more about that as we get down to business with Cosmo Macero of O'Neill and Associates. And Cosmo, first of all, Barron downtown, a lot of people are familiar with that, but it's coming back to life slowly but surely. The Irish retailer, it's a clothing retailer, Primark. Tell us more about them. What kind of goods do they sell? And is this going to be the anchor that Filene's Basement was for that area?
Yeah, Mark, they're a household name in Europe, founded in Dublin, Ireland in the late 1960s. They've got 268 stores in Europe. They certainly follow fashion trends, but not designer brands. It's a lower cost retailer aiming at fashion trends and getting younger people in there. They chose Boston as their flagship because of the access to a younger market and cultural ties to Ireland.
I kind of like that. I mean, I think about all the Irish immigrants who came to this country way back in the day, and now you've got this store that's one of the landmarks over there for them, and this is great. I think it's going to do well down there. Switching gears, let's talk about the FCC, because it is proposing the new rules allowing companies like Google, Disney, Netflix to pay internet service providers for faster ways to send video to their customers. I have to think this is coming with a cost, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, the issue here is the policy appears to favor the already large established brands like Netflix and Disney and ESPN. If you can pay big money for better access to a better signal, well, then that's fine. But what about the small startups or a smaller content provider? They're the ones who will wind up not going to be able to pay, maybe get stuck with the buffering signal, which is the you automatically click to say I'm not going to watch this because I can't get through the buffering. That's an issue that people are concerned about because it's going to reduce access to startups and maybe stunt growth of companies that want to provide content on the internet.
I always like to see more competition in the market because that helps the consumer, because they're going to drive down the price.
Who's going to win here? Comcast, Time Warner, Verizon, the internet service providers, the cable companies. They win on both ends. Consumers paying for more as well as major companies.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little more competition there. All right, let's talk about Apple. They're in the news. A lot of people thought they might have another down quarter, but as it turned out, they sold 43 million iPhones, about 5 million more than they expected in the first 3 months of the year. Big news, though, was giving money back to shareholders. So if you own a share of that stock, it's $560, let's say, but come June, everybody gets a piece of the Apple for 70, correct?
That's right. You know, probably not a bad time to buy Apple stock. Certainly a good time to already own Apple stock. They've announced a 7-for-1 stock split. A split like that generally means the price will actually increase overall. You mentioned the dividend, an 8% increase in the dividend they're going to pay shareholders. And on top of it all, Apple's going to buy back $90 billion worth of stock. Another type of move that will overall increase the price of the stock over time. So it's good news for people that own the stock already, for sure.
And people who aren't in the stock market per se, picking individual stocks can take solace in the fact that a lot of their 401ks are invested in Apple.
Absolutely. It's become a benchmark. It's a blue chip. By doing the stock split, people who want to get into that stock will have access, and they can expect they'll have some upside, because generally after a split like that, overall 8 to 12% increase in value over time.
More people getting in the pool, and of course they're talking still about a lot of innovations coming down the road, especially in the second half of the year. Cosmo Macero of O'Neill and Associates, always good to get down to business with you. Thanks.
All right, Mark. Thank you.